question about energy prices. As you guys all know, they're set by the global markets. They're not set here in the United States. So what specifically the president should be doing now to address this problem now, since it's really not something that is in his control? And just, reminding you that 4 years ago, when President Bush was president, right about coming into the same summer, the gas prices were about the same level.
Sure, I'd say a couple of things. One, energy prices have doubled, gasoline prices have doubled since this president came into office. Now look, for a state like Louisiana that produces a lot of oil and gas, rising energy prices in the short term may be helpful to the short-term economy and in terms of revenues and jobs, but the reality is, if we're serious about rebuilding a manufacturing economy in this country, if we're serious about allowing American families to have the money they need to pay for other essentials, we can't continue to have these escalating energy prices. You asked what the president can do. Several things he shouldn't be doing. For the last few years now, he's been slowing down the leasing activity, both offshore and onshore. When you look at oil and gas leasing on public lands, they talk about the record production here domestically. What they don't tell you is how much of that activity is taking place on private lands. What they don't tell you is how much of that activity is based on decisions made before he became president. A lot of energy, the president himself talked about how it's really energy prices are being driven now by the sense of future risks, not the current supply and demand imbalance. Well, one of the things the president can do is create a predictable environment for energy production. Hasn't done that with permitting and leasing. Even now, in the offshore, and not just onshore, but the offshore, we're still not back to a normal permitting level of activity. We're not even back to a normal leasing level of activity in the offshore, in the Gulf. We're still below where we were pre-BP